We're facing a tidal wave of mortgage stress. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your stein of coffee and let's check out this article from Finder, because it's another one highlighting the impending fixed rate cliff that we're about to experience, and that majority of people have. Those people that have fixed their mortgages, most of them are offered. Sure, there's still a million of us out there and waiting, but I wonder how many people are really that worried. But let's have a look here. So the fixed rate fallout, the new tidal wave of mortgage stress on the horizon. And of course it's Finder, of course it's negative, of course it's scary, because that gets the eyeballs, guys. That's how the world works. We're evolutionarily primed to watch out for what's dangerous, what's concerning. So, mortgage holders coming off fixed rates could be plunged into mortgage stress, according to a new research by Finder. A Finder survey of 1,090 respondents. Now, I generally get more than that on my community tab posts here on YouTube. That's funny, isn't it? But then again, that's not... the viewers of my channel are not a, so shall we say, even demo of Australia. Most of you are 25 and above males with a big chunk in the middle, 90% males, and most of you are Australian. So it's not a broad enough spectrum. I guess that's why you're all financial gigachads, eh? Cheers to that. 301 of whom have a mortgage. So only 30% of the people have a mortgage. Revealed 14% of homeowners will be coming off a fixed rate by the end of the year. It's estimated 462,000 loans will come up for renewal. The same proportion of mortgage holders, 14%, have already come off their fixed interest rate in the past 12 months. More than 1 in 10 don't know if or when their fixed rate period ends. Now, how was that question asked? Because I know my fixed rate ends in November 2024. How many people know that? End of the year sometime next year. I know I've got another year up my sleeve. I'll check it then later. I mean, are you carrying around this knowledge in your head all the time? I mean, I do, because, well, I'm a YouTuber and I discuss all of this stuff on my channel. So yes, but do normal people? And I'd ask the viewers, but we know you're not all normal lads. Okay, that's part of it, eh? So, actually, if you all know, if you're on a fixed rate mortgage and you know when it's coming off, let me know in the comments, because then we'll know that the normies don't. If we all say yes. RBA Governor Philip Lowe projected that 1 million borrowers would go from fixed to variable over the next 18 months during his recent address to the House of Reps on the 11th of August. This comes as Finder's consumer sentiment tracker shows a staggering 40% of mortgage holders, equivalent to 1.32 million households, say they are already struggling to pay their home loan in August. Really? 40% of mortgage holders. That's interesting. 1.32 million households when we've got 10.5 million dwellings in Australia. So, Richard Whitten, home loan expert at Finder, said a mortgage crisis is brewing in Australia. Financial reality for millions of homeowners is very grim. Housing is becoming an increasing source of stress for the majority of Australians, and there's very little wiggle room. Finder analysis reveals borrowers who took out a 2-year fixed loan in 2021 at a near rock-bottom 2.21 rate could see their repayments on an average loan of $580,000 skyrocket by $1,677. Based on today's average home loan rate of 7%, would see payments go from 2.2 to 3.8 per month. So, you've got to understand that there's two sets of people that locked in these fixed rates. There's the people who bought during the COVID mania, and they locked in at these insanely low rates. Now, that's one crowd. We'll say they're the mania crowd. Then there's the rest of us. They're those of us that have older loans and locked in because we knew 0.1% was never going to happen again. Now, I think the ones that bought in during the mania period, they're the ones that are going to be feeling the pressure the most. Because for the rest of us, going back up to 7% from 2.21 or 1.9, or even my neighbor 1.96, it's going to feel like a return to normal. But I mean, some people are going to be doing it a bit tough. These are lifestyle changes. $1,600 a month. That's a decent amount of coin. I don't care who you are. That you're going to have to come up with. Now, if you're just scraping by on 2,200, because we're above the 3% buffer that the APRO forced the banks to add, that was 5.2%. We're now at 7%. Things are going to have to take a hit. And we're starting to see that in consumer spending. I wonder if we'll start to see it in private school enrollments. What do you reckon? That's a big cost, isn't it? So, Whitten said mortgages should aim to pay no more than 30% of their income towards the loan. Yeah, that's the old measure of mortgage stress, but I don't know. I mean, that makes sense. It's a good rule of thumb, but we're not living in the 80s or the 70s anymore. You need both people to work. And that 30%, particularly for the definition here, we'll bring up the definition from the ABS. Oh, I've got to adjust this. You know what? Hang on. We'll fix that. Fix that now while I'm on stream. Wait, definition. Or not while I'm on stream, while I'm recording. Okay, we'll do this guy here. And where should we position it? Come on. Nope, wait. There we go. Okay. We'll adjust that. It's going to be a bit small here, but we'll get him right. For now, I got to edit this. Yeah, that's too small. This will do for now, and I'll have to. The streaming software vMix comes with all graphics editing software that makes doing this and all these things really easy. So I'll edit that later. But the definition of housing stress is typically described as lower income households that spend more than 30% of their gross income on housing costs. Lower income. What's the definition of lower income? Let's bring this up here from the ABS. Refers to the 18% of households in the lowest equivalized disposable household income quintile, the bottom, like less than 20%. So we're not talking, this 30% rule that they always mention here isn't for everyone. It's only for the lowest income households. Because I guarantee you there are viewers of the channel that are putting in way more than 30% of their household income on their home loan. But they're doing it because they want to make a dent in it. Our research shows the number of people struggling to meet home loan repayments has reached a 4-year high. Now, what is their research? Who are we talking to here? Finder. Is that these surveys? Is that their research? What's the rigor behind it? And a 4-year high. Remember, it crashed. People struggling to meet repayments. I think it peaked during the pandemic, and then it went back down if we're measuring that based on non-performing loans. And it's creeping up. The media's reporting it, but we're still not at pre-COVID levels, guys. Rapidly rising interest rates have put first-time buyers or first-time owners in uncharted territory. Whitten said, if there is ever a time to reassess your home loan, it's now. Refinancing is a good way to reduce your home loan costs, with the best rates on the market now hovering around 5%. Mortgage holders should do a simple cost-benefit analysis using Finder's repayment calculator to see how much they could save by switching to a new loan, or talk to some brokers, guys. Many lenders offer deals to new customers, so switching can get you a better rate compared to staying with your current lender. That said, it's still worth asking your current lender if they will lower your rate. And I encourage everyone to do that. Every quarter, make a phone call. I'd be on the phone, they're sitting there, drafting away, just having the music playing. I'm holding it like I've got an old-fashioned phone. I have my speakerphone going with their terrible music for like an hour to get a tiny deduction on I think 0.1% at one point. But you just do it again and again and again. Why not? So are you coming off a fixed rate mortgage this year? 34% said no. No, I only have variable is 29. Yes, I'll be coming off a fixed rate this year at 14%. Yes, I have in the last 12 months. I don't know. Well, I mean, okay, what the hell does that mean? That doesn't mean they don't know when their fixed rate mortgage. I guess I'm assuming they've asked them if they've got a mortgage. Okay, the 301 are homeowners that have a mortgage they don't know. Maybe they don't know if they even have a fixed rate. Maybe this is the phone call that they make, and it's one partner who has delegated that responsibility to the other person in the couple. So, that makes sense. I don't know if Rachel would know when it's coming off to the month. And there's stuff I don't pay attention to because in a normal relationship, you kind of divide and conquer life. So I wonder how scary that 11% is. So let's have a bit of a chat about this one, guys. So, again, another piece about this tidal wave of mortgage stress that we have approaching. I'm suspecting it's going to be like the interest-only payment cliff, the refinancing cliff. That amounted to nothing. Remember that? Do you remember it, guys? We were all talking about it. It was all through in the media. And what happened? Well, wasn't there meant to be a flood of property coming to the market from investors that were struggling, and housing was meant to collapse, and get your silver and your bullion and buy them for a coin? Yeah, I mean, it's a fun story, a nice little fantasy to have, thinking, a few little bars of silver or gold and you're the bloody brilliant genius. Yeah, I don't think so, guys. Sorry. What do you reckon? Anyway, I'm confident that the average Australian isn't as stupid as the media leads us to believe. At least for regards to personal finance. There's always going to be 10% that are a shithouse. And that's just human nature, guys. There's a distribution, an IQ, intelligence, capability distribution. That's just part of life. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. As always, check out HeiserBIM or HeiserDoes if you're interested in my other content. And if you want to support us, you can on YouTube and Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. And thank you very much to everyone who's sent us gifts and donations with regards to our number 7th daughter that we're expecting, and all the well wishes. Thank you. We really appreciate it. It's really nice. Sadly, we get more positive feedback from people on YouTube than people we meet in real life. That's kind of the sad reality these days. Anyway, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.